All right, so let's talk about polygons. This is your notes insert. It kind of comes straight from the book. But before we get into, I guess, naming and drawing polygons, let's talk about some facts about polygons. So this will kind of come in handy whenever you're reading about polygons, drawing polygons, really doing anything with polygons. And polygons do not have curves. Okay, so you'll never see a polygon that looks like this. Okay, you'll always see polygons that have sort of straight sides. I just can't draw a polygon with straight sides because, well, I'm not good at drawing in general. But so when you draw a polygon, say we're drawing this triangle. Let's try to draw a little bit better triangle. There we go. So polygons, where these parts, when the line segments are just called sides. So it's pretty simple. You should have it. Go ahead and commit that to memory, that the lines on a polygon are just called sides. So if a polygon has 4 sides, it's called a quadrilateral, that sort of deal. And one kind of term that may be new to you is where the sides come together. So that area, that area, that area, etc. That's called a vertex. So singular is vertex and plural is vertices. So if you ever see a question that says, name a polygon that has 4 vertices, well, it's a quadrilateral. So let's talk about what we call polygons. And the first one is a polygon with one side. Well, polygons have more than one side. Polygons have more than 2 sides. So the first polygon that you'll really work with are polygons with 3 sides. And I'm sure you have heard of this before. The polygon with 3 sides, and I'm sure you've heard this prefix before, tri, meaning 3. So you can kind of hear triple in that. So think triangle. You guys know triangles. Let's draw a pretty basic triangle here, which you can put in your notes. If you don't know what triangles are yet, there you go. Moving on to a polygon with 4 sides. And we've been talking about these. They're called quadrilaterals. All right. And quadrilaterals encompass a number of different shapes, but I'm just going to draw a pretty basic one. I'm just going to draw a rectangle. But quadrilaterals include trapezoids, parallelograms, squares, that sort of deal. Moving on to polygons with 5 sides. And our prefix there is penta. So penta means 5. And then we just stick on gon, pentagon. And I'm sure you've heard of the Pentagon in Washington. And that is, kind of why it's called the Pentagon is because it is a shape with 5 sides. And if you ever look at the Pentagon from the air, it looks like this. All right, moving on to a polygon with 6 sides. And a pentagon with 6 sides is called a hexagon. Hexa means 6. Let's draw a hexagon. So divide 6 by 2, you get 3. So let's draw 3 sides. Now let's draw 3 more sides. that's a hexagon. And you can get a little bit more creative with that. Moving on to 7. And a 7-sided polygon is called a heptagon. Hepta means 7, and we stick gon on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So okay. Let's look at 8-sided polygons, and 8-sided polygons are pretty simple. Examples of 8-sided polygons are octagons, but an example that you see every day is a stop sign. So let's divide 8 by 2 and we get 4. So let's draw 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's kind of come back over here and do 4 more sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this probably doesn't look like a stop sign to you, but let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still counts as an octagon. For the purposes of our class, we don't need to know what a 9-sided polygon is called, but if you just want to know, it's called a nonagon. Okay. With 10 sides, it's called a decagon. So deca is our prefix. So I'm sure you've heard the word decade, which decade is 10 years. For 10-sided and 12-sided shapes, we're not going to draw them. You can if you would like. We'll probably never do that in class, maybe for some kind of special assignment, but a decagon doesn't really have to have a normal shape. 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, 7 sides, 8 sides, 9 sides, 10 sides. Okay? Moving on to a 12-sided shape. And it is kind of an odd word that you probably may have never heard before, but it's a dodecagon. An example of a dodecagon is if you look at I believe it's the Swiss flag or the Red Cross. It's an example of a dodecagon. 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides, 7 sides, 8 sides, 9 sides, 10 sides, 11 sides, 12 sides. There we go. This bit right here is less concerning that I know you know it, but these right here, except no nonagon, these right here are what I need you to know, okay? Know the prefixes. It's good to just go ahead and commit those to memory now, and that'll save you a lot of time in the future.